Good afternoon, guys. It's Phonics here with Archon Esports. I'm here with Davo.
Hello.
And we've got the second game in the best of three between FXOStrelok here in the top right and roxkisTITAN in the bottom left. Now, last game we saw Strelok do a very nice sort of a marine pressured open build, forced Titan to cancel his Nexus, put Strelok ahead. Titan tried to counter with a few quick Colossus, but Colossus in small numbers versus small numbers of Marauders. Marauders are so good at taking out small numbers of Colossus. Early in the game, they're just so good against them, and gave Strelok the win.
It's all about that armoured rating.
It is, yeah, and Strelok, you know, countered very nicely and built those Marauders up, got the Vikings, and it was a good win for him.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, Antigua.
Antigua Shipyard, what a map.
What a map.
It's one of my favourites. It's huge.
It is a nice map.
It's big. And it's
Middle's
nice.
It's a bit funny, especially for Zerg. It's a bit of a pain, what with the fourth base being a nightmare to take in any situation. But in the TVP matchup, it should be I think it's one of the most balanced maps, definitely by a long way.
It's forced cross position as well. This particular one, because this is the tournament version of the map,
which is excellent. No gold in the middle, which stops it being such a pivotal position to hold.
Yeah. It's all about the middle usually.
It is all about the middle.
It's ridiculous. If you hold the middle for any surmountable amount of time, you've essentially won the game, and that is something that is really quite sucky about a map. You know, it's StarCraft 2. It's not King of the Hill. You know, it's
not Marine Arena. You don't need to just hold the middle to win.
Exactly.
But we have the same build coming out of Strelok at the moment.
Yep.
Gas after barracks, pretty standard stuff here. Not going for that gasless command center, but going to be teching up slightly, maybe going for a slightly faster factory, that variation on the 1-1-1 that we saw last game.
Absolutely. Awesome. So we do have a hidden pylon just here, which makes me believe maybe he's just either building the cybernetics core there so it's further out of range from attackers, potentially.
Well, it is horrible to lose that cybernetics core.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, especially against Terran. Yeah.
They're just building zealots against Marines, it's not so good.
Yeah, unless they're charge lots, of course. Ah, what's this doing?
Proxy factory. Oh, lovely.
Very nice indeed.
Now, several things he could do with this. He can start proxying tanks, or what I much rather, well, what I think it's definitely going to be is more of a proxy Banshee. Obviously in a perfect position to get them straight into Titan base, and we'll just have to see if he gets cloak or not.
So you think we're going to see fast Banshees here?
I think we'll see fast Banshees. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he does look like he's about. Yeah, he does.
There goes the
just
second gas.
The second gas.
It's a little late for cloak. For very fast cloak, but it's probably just going to be the just Banshees without cloak, which is a very nice harass unit as long as you can keep them alive.
Sweet. Yeah.
Unless it's, he's getting the concussive shells pretty early, which makes me think he might want to go for a push, and he has just thrown that tech lab straight onto the barracks and is producing Hellions.
Very nice.
But the amazing position of his backwards cybernetics core, and it's an immediate scout for Titan.
Titan being a cheeky minx and building a wall around the factory.
Very cute play there.
Very cute play, but it doesn't look like the Hellions can be able to escape down this narrow gap where the smoke exists anyway.
There are no Marauders moving across the map for Strelok, but this walling, it could work. I mean, maybe. Oh, no, straight out. But he'll just get some scouting. I don't think he shouldn't get too many worker kills if Titan doesn't line them up. But gets one, and is dealt with fairly easily by Titan.
Yeah. Did Titan lose any workers there? One worker. Well, let's see if this
not too bad, but the Marauders at the front could be. He might not know. He must be assuming the Marauders. This is a fairly common build to go for the Hellion Marauder, but Sentry pops out just in time, and Strelok is deflected.
Absolutely, and that's kind of a disastrous reflection.
A little bit.
Well.
I mean, in that 1-0 up in a series scenario, you can throw a little bit of cheese someone's way, and it's not too bad because you've got that game in hand. But it's not good. Titan's definitely ahead now, and Strelok, he's got to float that factory all the way back to his base, or just scare more Protoss units with the flying building scenario. It's not natural. They don't like it.
No. So Titan is expanding right now as well. Probably guessing that he's quite far ahead due to that very clean defense of the cheese that he just did. very, very clean defense, actually. And maybe, actually, Titan might actually be pushing out a little bit.
Yeah, he could get away with it now. There is a bunker coming up now. He'd have to have moved out about 20 seconds earlier, but we've got Cloak Banshees coming on the way now for FXOStrelok. He could be feeling like he's in a corner a bit, but first Observer's already out for Titan. He's got enough time to build a second one.
Yeah.
He should not have a problem with dealing with this. There's the second Observer now. So
FXOStrelok also taking a crafty expansion in the bottom right-hand corner there.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you'll have to do to get back into a game like this. He's 12 supplied down. His command center's delayed. Well, he's got 2 of them, which kind of makes up for it. But
he is building 2, so he looks like he's going off on a double expand off kind of a failed cheese.
Well, he's hoping that the Banshees can keep him alive for long enough to get those command centers kicking in and to kind of even him up. But
yeah,
I'm not sure it's going to be too effective. Titan's already moved back to his base. He's got 2 observers. Yeah, he should be fine unless he's got not watching at all.
Yeah, it does look like FXOStrelok's bottom right expansion.
Excellent scouting by Titan,
well.
and probably stop before it. Oh, now that is annoying.
That is annoying.
A nice Pomnial.
Very nice. Perhaps.
I'm not too sure I understand.
Pomnial. I don't know.
We'll have to get a Google Translate on that.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Do it in a window.
Yeah, do it in a window.
1 probe kill now for Titan. The Observer. Where's Titan's Observers? Oh, no, they're with his Stalkers, and that's potentially a very dead Banshee.
Yeah, it is.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she will never fly and shoot missiles at stuff ever again. Titan does look like he is getting his Colossus tech very swiftly after this Observer as well. Sweet!
Titan is so ahead at this point. FXOStrelok's been going some extremely gas-intensive units. The Cloak Banshee, he's now throwing out Ravens. Point defense drone good, but not if you don't have any ground army there to back it up. And his stim is so late.
Yeah.
9:45, so it's a late stim.
He somehow managed to finish his command center and begin flying it away. Which of course is probably the optimum result. This Zealot
It's a brave Protoss unit to come that close to a flying building.
Yeah.
It could just drop on him at any time.
Absolutely.
He is not afraid.
It does look like some Stalkers, perhaps maybe 2 little Stalkers are actually going to come over and try and do some damage.
And a sentry for the tickling.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, I think FXOStrelok is actually pretty far behind at this point, really. Maybe with this command center, you should just land it, make it into an orbital command.
Just get that SCV production up to the level of Titan.
Oh, another Banshee goes down there. Wow.
You never want to lose those Banshees. You want to keep them alive at all costs. They're so useful all the way through the game, just as long as you can keep them alive. But they haven't paid for themselves really, especially not since he got Cloak.
Yeah, but I think FXOStrelok here making the most about his race's kind of defensive capacity and really just kind of literally bunkering in a bit. You know, that's fine and everything, and I think Titan would have to think carefully before, well, maybe not now, because he's got Colossus. We'd have to think carefully, perhaps, before pushing up that ramp. So what does Titan do instead? He just takes a third.
When you're ahead, you get more ahead.
Yeah.
To quote Artosis.
It's just safe, basically, and we do have FXOStrelok moving out across the map now with a fairly small Terran force for staging the game.
I mean, that Raven's got some energy. It can drop a points defense drone. But he's got a couple of medevacs. It's, it's a nice unit composition. But I think it's about it's kind of a unit composition that would have been really nice about 3 minutes ago. But he's just been sort of delayed by all the crazy shenanigans he was pulling earlier. But
does he look like he's going to be doing an elevator?
I think that would be his best option here because Titan's army's all at the front. And he is pulling some of it back now.
Yeah, those 2 pylon kills have actually supplied one for Titan. You can get the cybernetics kill. Oh, no.
Colossus is going to shoo that away.
Yeah.
Thermal Lance is done.
1 weapons and armor just finishing up for Titan right now as well.
I think he could do well to do on a push on the 1-1 timing because, I mean, FXOStrelok's just started +1. Yeah. He's not got the Viking count he needs. That's why he's having to throw down that second starport. Because he's so far behind. He needs to produce medevacs to heal his units. He needs to produce Vikings to deal with those Colossus, and you can't do that obviously off of just 1 reacted starport. So he's forced to throw down 2, which is going to limit his ground army. It's just not a nice position for FXOStrelok, really.
Yeah, absolutely. He is actually going for an expand in the 3rd, though. It looks like that command center.
Brave command center.
Yeah, the command center that could is going and becoming the 3rd expansion.
Strelok's been supply blocked for a good sort of 20 seconds now. It's been pretty harsh. You know, immediately supply blocked again because he's forgotten the supply depots. It must be not his strat not working out. Must be playing on his mind. He's not playing as well as he usually would do.
Yeah. I mean, Strelok's a very good player.
He's been around forever. I mean, he doesn't. You don't think he gets supply blocked often. It must be really irritating him.
Yeah. Something.
But he's evening up the supply, which is extremely impressive. But
ooh, nice blink back there from Titan.
I want an aggressive blink forward. Not really worth it, but. I mean, who doesn't like blinking forward aggressively? Yeah. Even if it does lose all your units.
You still get a sense of satisfaction.
Exactly, yeah.
Absolutely.
You feel powerful.
Yeah.
Charge now coming down from Titan, which is an excellent move, I think. Get sort of, well, you know, maybe one more Colossus out, switch it into High Templar. He's built all those Viking, you know, maybe for nothing, and limited his ground army doing
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah. I mean, also, Titan does actually have quite a lot of zealots, and the charge will really, really benefit him on that. Because you, in essence, have the ultimate Terran killing army if you can get Colossus, Zealot Charge, and High Templar. He's just missing the High Templar for it to be the ultimate Terran killing army, in my opinion.
He's got those six geysers up now, so he's got the gas. He's got a nice income now. He was about 12 probes ahead of Strelok, but of course Strelok has mules, so they're probably around even. That's quite a scary Terran army moving up that round. That's a lot of Vikings. They are in a good position to pick off one Colossus. That's a lot of units there from Titan. Another Colossus joins the fray. The Viking count is getting very low, and that's just then Colossus is so good against a slightly watered down Terran army.
And that
would be the S3 jar. GG.
It's surely going to have to be a GG. I mean,
they're just having a chat. They're both mana guys. I think they're roughly speaking. I think it's from the Ukraine.
Maybe
the Ukraine.
We'll find out and tell you in the next match. Yeah, and we'll also find out the translation of that first word, Pominu, and we will talk to you about that one in a minute. Bye.
Bye.